All right. Good afternoon. I'm here with Luke, and he is the architect of the Art Vending Machine Gallery in the Uplift World.
Yes, ma'am.
And you've offered to give us a tour.
Of course.
Excellent. So this is the entrance?
Yes, this is the entrance to Art Vending Machine right here. It says enter Art Vending Machine. We have a small little zoo. Got some pandas, polar bears, zombie horsemen, cats, villagers, foxes, mushrooms, and traders. I did have llamas up there, but they all died
Oh
for
no.
reasons. But that's just the nature of the art world. Not everyone
Sure
makes it.
is.
So right here we have the entrance. We got some vines, Enderman head or Ender Dragon heads, and let's take a ride.
Sure.
This rail is kind of Stargate themed right here. It goes all the way to the south and to the north.
Okay.
So users will be able to look around and explore the different types of art all over our land plot. But right here is the
That's
main one. This is Art Vending Machine. And I'm actually going to go back so we can get a full view of Art Vending Machine. So this is the main museum, as we like to call it.
okay.
It is kind of like a board cube on one end. Oh, we got some shulkers over here. Uh-oh. So we got to go. They're going to attack me. But yeah, Art Vending Machine, it's all lit up, glowing corners. It's like a massive diamond. And this is the interior. We have a huge beacon right here.
Mm-hmm.
Here's some art she's featured in Art Vending Machine, and she's also my blood sister. This is Anna Chiappetta. She has her art right here. So yeah, eventually, and then I have some of my art right here.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, we'll have 2 to 4 pieces on each end that users will be able to look at and possibly purchase. And then also on the second level, we'll have more pieces.
I don't even think I realized there was a second level. This
Oh
is
yeah,
fun.
there is a lot of this
Oh
world
yeah, up
is
here.
barely hidden. So there will be a lot
Neat.
of pieces up here, probably smaller pieces.
Yeah.
And then even up here, we also have a roof. With a little lone tree. And up here, you can see the view of the entire world. So there's murals, there's roads. I mean, everything is still in progress, but it's looking pretty solid so far.
That looks nifty.
Yes.
So what was your inspiration for the design for this?
Honestly, my inspiration came from the board cube. I wanted to make a massive board cube, but I figured a cube would be pretty boring. So I said, you know what, let's just put it on its side and make it a diamond and light up the
Mm-hmm.
corners. And I'm very satisfied with the result. I wanted something that would be able to hold a lot of art and also look like art from the outside and be able to have a lot of hidden features. Speaking of hidden features, there's a underground right here.
Oh, that's nifty.
I built the we'll call it the board cube right above a underground shipwreck.
Nice.
So this is all underwater. This is actually a real Minecraft shipwreck. We did not build this. We just harvested it, or we're using it now. But eventually there'll be when we get enough upliftium, there'll be art down here as well.
That's really nifty.
Yes, and that'll be kind of like maybe like a members only area of the art gallery. Who knows?
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
But yeah, it's a mix of many different styles. You know, I'm more organized and kind of robotic with my builds, but then my dad comes and he just is completely creative, does his own thing. So you can kind of
Mm-hmm.
see the clash of the different art styles right here. There's a mural that he made.
Yeah, I like that.
Eventually, we will have roller coasters, and that will take users all around the world.
That'll be
Um,
pretty fun.
yeah. Down here, we have all of our stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, so this museum it was built to hold art and it was built to look like art itself. Originally, I had a bunch of dolphins in here, but I found out that Minecraft dolphins die in captivity.
Oh,
So that's very unfortunate, but you know, who knows? We might put something else down there eventually.
well, that's good to know.
Over here, we have probably my favorite piece of the entire world. My dad built another beacon sort of mechanism right here.
Mm-hmm.
And right here, see if we can get closer. Boom. One of our
Oh,
vending
yes.
machines. Oh, there's a skeleton. One of our vending machines' rarest and most valuable. Yeah,
Always
get out
fun
of
in
there.
survival.
Yeah, there's always going to be haters of your art, but
Yep.
you just got to deal with them. So yeah, so right here we have the actual art vending machine, which is right here. It's sort of like a sphinx with art coming out of it. And then the build sort of mirrors that in its own way.
Yeah.
It has art coming out from this side and from I believe that's the east side. So eventually it'll be more advanced, but I like how this piece of art right here reflects the real thing, or vice versa. You know, it
Yeah.
goes both ways.
That is nifty.
But yeah, it has art coming out the side. It is a literal art vending machine. And that's the idea behind this.
I like it. Well, thank you very much for the tour. This has
Of
been
course.
interesting.
Of
There are
course.
features I didn't know about.
Yeah, there's a lot of hidden features, that we're still working on, but those are
Yeah.
the main ones. What would you say yours so far is your favorite part of the build?
Probably just that it looks like art. And because it looks like art, the art that's in there looks like it belongs.
Right, right, right.
There are lots of gallery spaces that look like gallery spaces, and
As in they're just buildings?
yeah, and that's totally fine, but when you start adding just a little bit of art to your build, it looks different. It has a completely different feel to it, and I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I think the clash definitely does add a lot to the character of the build.
Yep.
You know, you have something completely it's organized, it was planned, it structures, and then you have just an artist's vision right here that has really nothing to do with the building, but they just go so well.
Yeah. Yeah, I do like that. I think that's a good combination of style, and I too the combination of organized and chaos works with any style of art that you might want to put in there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So, yeah, I like
Would you have
that.
any recommendations for us in the future?
The only thing that comes to mind is water elevators.
Water
Um,
elevators. Okay.
yeah, I'm a total potato when it comes to climbing ladders. I fall off ladders all the time. I don't know why, but yeah, water elevators, quick and easy.
Okay.
Hmm.
I was thinking of making the classic redstone elevator with the stairs that go like left, right, left, right, left, right, but I figured that'd be
Ooh,
too much time. Um, but yeah, we will definitely consider some water elevators. So up here, we're gonna have roller coasters that go all over the world, and that's gonna be an
okay,
experience of its own.
that's what that'll be. Okay,
Yeah.
that looks like fun.
And
So
there it is.
then, how did art vending machine become a thing? How did it go from
It was
idea to
totally
thing?
You mean the world or the PAX? The PAX
Um,
sales?
Both, but let's start with the world and then go to the packs.
Well, I believe that my father was working in a few different virtual worlds before Minecraft NFT world became a thing. But then he figured, oh, with our previous experience in Minecraft, that we might as well become a part of Uplift. Because when I was a kid, me and him, we would play for hours and hours and hours, and we would build some amazing, amazing worlds with crazy roller coasters and huge structures. He figured, wow, if we could build a museum where potential customers and fellow artists could come and then look at our stuff and buy the art that's inside of it, that would just be amazing. Because we don't have, personally, the programming skills or the coding skills to be a part of these massive massive virtual worlds. But he heard of Uplift. He told me about it, and I said, "Wow, I can finally take the maybe decade of experience that I have playing Minecraft and possibly put it to good use right here."
Okay. Well, that's pretty nifty. And then what about the packs? How did that go from vision to reality?
The packs came about. I mean, my dad was planning the packs for months before they were ever announced publicly, or released on on the Wax blockchain. But the packs started. I think I don't know if you're aware, but they were the first ever fine art packs to be produced on the Wax blockchain. So it was solely my dad's idea. He talked to the block producers, got paid the necessary fees, um, and we just made it happen. It actually sold out in 26 seconds, which none of us expected. We expected it to sell out in maybe a couple of weeks, but it sold out in a surprisingly 26 seconds. Thousands and thousands of worth of NFTs. Um, this is our mine where we get all our resources.
Okay.
And yeah, we had, I think in the last one we had at least over 10 artists. Oh, this right here.
10 artists is quite a few, and
Yeah, and
26
in this one we have
seconds.
22. So
Yeah.
the popularity
Well,
is only growing, and it's only up from here. But
well,
of course, we want to stay true to our roots. We want to stay a family friendly, um, consumer focused pack release.
mhm.
Because I think it's more valuable to bring more people onto Wax and bring more people to the NFT world than just make money. So that's our goal with this one. But I'll be showing you guys this is all a secret underground mine that my dad made the other day, and this actually leads to one of his pieces in the world.
Oh, well, now I'm curious.
Oh yeah.
So, if you could make a really big mess with no repercussions, no budget, no responsibility, no cleanup, what would you do and why?
A really big mess, speaking artistically wise or architecturally or in Minecraft.
Pretty much anything, really. The sky's the limit. Well, no, the sky's not the limit. There is no sky in this. So, whatever you can dream up.
A really big mess. I think if I had absolutely nothing to lose and I had billions and billions of dollars, I would give every American, nah, forget every American, everyone in the world $1 million and just see what happens to the economy. That's what I would do. I think the chaos would be absolutely insane. I think a lot of people would go broke, a lot of people would become billionaires. And I think humanity as itself would learn a big lesson about money and value and inflation and things like that. Yeah, that's what I would do. This is my dad's
Okay.
piece that I was showing you guys.
Yeah,
Two massive towers full of emeralds, lava, stone.
I like it. It stands out. You can see it from quite a ways away.
Yes, it does.
I always like seeing other people's art in the Minecraft. It's inspiring. Everybody does things differently, and I
Oh
enjoy
yeah.
that.
What do you do personally?
Um, art. It's not
Do you build
something
more
I.
buildings or murals or roller coasters? Is it more of an experience or more just something to look at? Because right now we're trying to do is both, and it's both an experience and
Yeah, for me, it's probably mostly something to look at. Although one of my places is more of an experience. There's the Rainbow Murder Pit. That one's
oh
an
wow.
experience. Um,
Do you get killed?
yeah. Hmm?
You get killed in that murder pit?
No, you don't actually die. Although you certainly could. It is 1 block away from the void. So if you take out that bottom block, it actually could be a murder pit. But I do
Oh,
not
okay.
recommend that.
Yeah.
But it's a nice rainbow surprise. But yeah, no, most of my stuff is more artsy, and some of it I'm not. I shouldn't say I'm not good at roller coasters. I've never tried. I might be great at them. That's just something that never occurred to me to do.
Yeah, it's great. It provides for an experience. It can show people like the whole 360-degree view of your art, not just
Yeah. Well, that's kind of
because the
worthwhile
fact is
too.
most people are too lazy to look at something more than one time. But if
Yeah.
you can have them do that in a matter of seconds.
Yeah. I like that. I'm gonna have to think some more about that. So how long have you been creating art?
I've been creating art since the beginning of this year, I'd say. I
Okay.
mean, visual art probably the beginning of this year. My dad got me into the NFT scene on the Wax blockchain, and it is a lot of fun. I never thought I'd be good at it, and obviously my skills are still improving. But with the help of different AI mechanisms and different software, I think you start at the bottom and the road is only up.
Yep, that's certainly a thing. So why do you create art? What's your motivation?
I think I like to create art to tell a story. Honestly, I like taking people from one realization, one thought, and then having a new thought. And I think if you can do that through a photo or through a GIF or a video file, then you've achieved your goal. In fact, I have a few pieces. If you were done looking at the Art Vending Machine Museum, as we like to call it,
Hmm.
there's a few pieces that hope that could be featured here eventually once we gain enough upliftium that I'd like to show you.
Sure, that would work.
Okay.
I'll let you get that set up here.
So right here,
There we go.
here are a few of the featured pieces. This one is called A Mile High, and it's a person sitting on top of a building right above the Staples Center, of course, a mile high in the world.
Hmm.
And one thing I like to do with a lot of my art, this is the art vending machine, just like a flash preview. One thing I'd like to do with a lot of my art is to make the user look at it more than once, where they have a grasp of what's going on, and then it's completely distorted, and then it piques their interest, and like, oh wow, what was going on? Let me look at that again, and then after a few views, then they understand the full picture. It all comes full circle, and they're like, okay, wow, now I can fully consume this.
Okay.
So here is the art vending machine building, the museum that we just saw.
Hmm.
This one is a trippy hallway. So the doors are moving, the hallway's moving. It simulates walking down a hallway and absolutely not knowing what's going on. This is a cube with a bunch of balls in the sky. This kind of reminds me of the show. What was that show? Family Lost in Space. So like this is something that they might have seen. The show from the
Hmm.
60s, Lost in Space, that they might have seen on their voyages. This right here is a spider, but it's a jigsaw spider. If you can see the little eyes right there, he's
Yeah.
like something you would encounter on one of the Jaws, one of the Jaws movies.
Okay.
This is a seemingly headless creature sitting on a couch, but actually she has a head, and it is propped up by not a neck, but just a spine. So this one is very kind of creepy. This has to be one of my favorite pieces that's featured on Art Vending Machine. It's a guy, but if you can kind of tell, it looks like his eyes are moving around and just looking,
Yeah.
all while the colors inside of his face, the colors on his face are interchanging and transforming. It's loading kind of slow. But this one I named 1984 because when I made it, it kind of looked like me to like a propaganda video poster that you might see
Mhm.
that they might have shown in the book 1984, like
Yeah.
interrupting your program, and then this guy would be talking to you, telling you, how to live your day, how to live your life. This is a piece that I'm also fairly fond of. It's a woman, and at first you can tell, what's going on with her face. You can tell what it is, but then very quickly she turns into just a wave of distortion. You have to watch it again to fully grasp what's going on. And the final piece is a forest with water, and all the colors are changing. Everything is moving around. There's light coming down from the sky. I just thought this was a real beautiful, beautiful piece right here that represents how nature and architecture can come, kind of like in Minecraft, how nature and architecture can look so beautiful when you put them together.
Yeah. That is nifty.
Thank you.
So what's your favorite medium to work with?
My favorite medium, I just work. Usually, my art process is I have photos on my phone of things I've taken, and I'll edit them with different photo editing apps, combine them, overlay them, and then I'll run them through different AI technologies like Photo Mosh, things like that. Maybe put another animation on top of that, change the colors a bit. Photo Mosh has definitely helped a lot. Uh, but yeah, I'd say that's my favorite medium.
Okay.
And I
Well,
like to
that's
take
nifty.
real life photos. Like this was a real life photo. This was a real life photo, and just kind of distort them to the point where the viewer has to kind of imagine what's going on, and they can put their own spin on what my reality was when I saw this photo, or when I took this photo of what was, they can tell their own story through my experience.
I like that.
Thank you.
Would you say that art is necessary for human well-being?
Definitely, most definitely. If we didn't have art, we wouldn't have we wouldn't have creative expression. We wouldn't have a way to express ourselves. Not everyone expresses themselves through art, and there are definitely many different types of art, but if we didn't have it, a lot of people wouldn't have a reason to live. They wouldn't have a reason to wake up in the day, and they wouldn't be able to express themselves. And when you're not able to express yourselves, those issues, they come out in different ways in your life. So I would say definitely essential for human existence.
Okay.
I
Well,
think every human has the ability to create beautiful art, just in different ways, and it's all about tapping into knowing how tapping into the artist inside yourself and really finding out how you can express yourself in an artistic way.
I would tend to agree.
Thank you.
So let's say that I buy an art pack from the art vending machine drop and I
Mhm.
get some of your art. Aside from flipping through my stuff and looking at it once in a while, how can I use it? I'm trying
You
to
can use
figure
it
this one
however you
out.
wish. It's an NFT, so
How do
you
I
own the rights
display
to
it?
it. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, what was that?
How do I use it and how do I display it? How do I get more out of it than just holding it in my wax wallet?
Yeah, yeah, of course, of course. Well, you own it. It's your art on the blockchain. So you could post it on Twitter if you wanted to, or of course with credits.
Yeah.
You could sell it to somebody else. You could give it as a gift. For Mother's and Father's Day, I gave both my parents. I made them NFTs, 101s, just to themselves, and I gave them that as a gift. So you could do that. You could send it as a gift. You could send a message to somebody, good, bad, or ugly, right in the memo. You could literally the options are limitless. You could post it on Instagram. You could share with your friends. Send it to your mom, trying to get her on the blockchain. Send it to any of your relatives. Um, you could make it one thing that I did recently is I made an NFT my phone wallpaper. So then you look at it all you're looking at it 20, every time you open your phone.
Yeah. I like that idea.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm going to keep some of those suggestions. What advice do you have for emerging artists who are trying to get on the blockchain and might want to get involved with a bigger project?
I will, as an emerging, very inexperienced artist myself, I would say that my advice also take it with a grain of salt, but I think that connections are everything. I wouldn't be able to do anything without my father. He has literally taught me and given me the ropes for everything, guided me through all the process. So if you don't have a connection like that in the industry, try to get one. I think people always want more connections. People are always wanting more friends. And the more you get to know people, for the most part, the more you begin to like them. Because inherently, people really aren't bad. We like doing nice things for other people. We like that self gratification, that fulfillment. So when you reach out to somebody on Twitter or on Telegram or even on Atomic Hub, I've made enough friends just sending free NFTs to people, worth a few cents, a few dollars, and then they send their NFTs back, and then you connect on Twitter, and then you might collaborate on a piece. So I would just definitely say be active online and stay consistent with it. Consistency is everything, because if people see that you're posting consistently 1 month and then the next month you fall off, the fact is, out of sight, out of mind, they're going to forget that you exist, and they're going to forget that your art exists. So as much it is about the art and how good your art is, it is also about how good you are communicating and how good you are as a person in the wax community, in the NFT community.
That makes sense. Okay. If you were in the position to give advice to a young child who wanted to be an artist, what advice would you give?
I would tell them try everything. Try everything until they find something that they really like, and don't go with something that people buy. Don't go with something that sells or that gets the most praise. Go with the thing that you want to do in your free time. Like, okay, I have an hour here. What do I want to do? Oh, I want to draw something. I want to create music. I want to mess around on Photomosh. I want to take photos of bugs. I want to, go build something in my backyard. I'd say the step one is finding that thing that really makes you happy and fulfills you as a person. And then step two would be honing that skill and becoming really, really good at that one thing.
Okay, I like that. Are there any methods of making art that you wish you'd found out about earlier?
I can't say there are, because I literally am so new to the scene. I just got into this that I'm still at the point where I'm searching for more methods to make art. Downloading different
Mm-hmm.
animation softwares, downloading different, finding different ways to convert videos to GIF files to PNGs and overlaying them. So I'd say I'm still at that searching phase for different methods. If you have anything to recommend to me, I would definitely that'd be like a gold mine to me.
I probably don't. I most of the art that I've made has been not digital, so I'm not super useful there. Have you had any formal training with things like animation or anything like that?
I have not. Everything is self-taught,
Okay,
which I think
interesting.
for to its benefit, it makes a lot of my art more raw and pure, because it's
Hmm.
literally just me figuring out, okay, how does this program work? How can I how many megs does this have to be? How many? Oh, that means I have to cut out this part. That means this and that. And it's just like a pure raw form of kind of stumbling through the programs and figuring out what's going on.
I like that. So what is your next project? What does that look like?
My next project would be definitely Art Vending Machine 3 and releasing my own personal NFTs continually on the Wax blockchain on Atomic Hub. I have thought about releasing my own packs, programming them with Nifty blocks. So we'll see if that comes into fruition. Depends on, I'm also a full-time student, so it depends on how much time I have on my hands. But in terms of the next project in the Uplift world, I am highly, highly motivated to create another huge museum like the one we already have with rails connecting them and stuff. So one museum would be like modern themed, that's one we already have, and then one museum will be like an older like Greek style building where we can have different types of art with different artists with more classical art. Because I think the contrast looks good in some places, but when you have older looking art like paintings and it's in like this postmodern futuristic digitized building, I just think it doesn't look as good. I think it'd look a lot better if you were in a more traditional like Greek styled museum.
That makes a lot of sense to me. What you're doing has to match the occasion.
It has to match.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, well, that would be fun to watch for.
Yes.
Definitely. Do you have anything else to add that I may have missed?
Not as far as I know. I know our vending machine pack drop is this Saturday at 9 a.m. East Central Time. So definitely anybody who's watching, look out for that. They will sell out. And a lot of the stuff from our vending machine 1 has sold for multiple times more than people bought it for. So even if you don't like the stuff you get in the packs, even if you absolutely hate all the art, you could always resell it. You could always resell the unopened pack and make a couple bucks or make a lot of money depending on who you are. I know some of my dad's stuff he sold for hundreds of dollars, and people turn around and sell it for $9,000. Thousands and thousands of dollars. So not only as if you're an artist or you're a curator, if you're just a business person, this is a great opportunity for you to literally like real estate, flip houses. You can also flip art now. And that's the beauty of the NFT blockchain world.
That's pretty nifty. And that's not a perspective that I often think of. I usually think of there's an art I want to keep. I don't usually think about reselling, but that is a valid point too.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, if I can bug you for one more moment here, I'll switch over to some gratitudes.
Is this the unicorn?
That's my unicorn. And under the unicorn,
villagers? Are those villagers?
They are villagers. There are tons of villagers, and I think the place is probably overpopulated by now, but it is what it is. Yeah, I have a gratitude wall.
Wow. And where is this on the map? Because we're right down and right to the spawn point. Where are you located on the map?
This is a completely different server. This is in the old world.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if you're looking, the unicorn looks over straight toward the cathedral where everybody spawns in.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
Yeah, there's lots of fun stuff over here too. So.
And where is this mega death?
That
set?
one?
That's one block.
That's in Genesis. I have it here. It's 1250, 3500 in Genesis.
Okay.
And it does not look like it should be a rainbow death pit. But yeah. What are you grateful for right now?
Definitely, I'd say grateful for my family. Recently, I was able to see my grandparents for the first time in a long time, able to help them out with some stuff. So definitely grateful for them. Grateful for my mom and my dad, them teaching me all of these amazing things. And I'm grateful for collaboration. There's stuff about survival in Minecraft that my father has no idea what he's doing. And then he's able to come to me and ask, okay, how do I build a crafting table? How do I do this? How do I do that? So I'm grateful for those skills I already had that I'm able to actually, be useful to him for once in my life and be helpful to him and teach him something that he didn't know before. So I'd say all in all, one word, grateful for family.
Excellent. I have too many gratitudes today.
Yeah, you might have to extend the wall.
Grateful for inspiration from other people's art. Always a thing.
Of course.
So, on that note, that is everything that I have. And I will be back on Jen's Awesome Show on Thursday with your dad, actually, hanging some pictures and having a talk. So, yeah.
Okay. Well,
should be a good time. Absolutely.
Thank you very much, and you have a great day.
Thanks. You too. And thanks for joining me.
Of course. Of course.